But when we have meditation as a companion, we'll experience a sustained greatness in our life. One of the tools that help us move into greatness is this coherence of heart, or experiencing a positive, sustained emotion. When we regularly meditate, we naturally, over a period of time, move into a higher emotion in our body. They've done a lot of research. When you go into a higher emotion, what is a higher emotion? Like love, joy, gratitude, kindness, compassion. When they go into a higher emotion, they found that our body is relaxing, yet it is working greatly. The cognitive mind, conscious mind is working greatly. We have two minds, conscious and subconscious. The conscious mind is where we have the control of. Actually, we are doing things like listening now, or taking decisions, synthesizing a lot of data, coordinating activities, many things that we are doing. Science is determining that it works best when the body is in a relaxing state, but it's also coherent state. The coherency is that various functions in the body, that we have two things called autonomous, and the autonomous nervous system has two things, sympathetic, parasympathetic. That means our body primarily has, in our ancient literature, in an energy body, we have this Surya Nadi, Chandra Nadi. And so these two are responsible. One is slowing down, another is increasing response. One is slowing down. The parasympathetic keeps us, bringing us back, slow down. Sympathetic is making us active. There is some stress, we need to be active. There is some urgent need where we have to rise to the occasion and then finish that work because it's required. We need to be active. And then as soon as it is done, we need to slow down. So one is sympathy, one is parasympathy. These two are there, and our body works best when this activity is balanced. And changes to this are done through breathing or through our thought, both. Our breathing and thought both control this. Now, what they're discovering is that when we have sustained positive emotions, also this is very well controlled, beautifully balanced. Sustained positive emotion at heart. That means I'm in a loving state. I'm in a grateful state. I'm in a appreciative state. I'm always appreciating somebody. I'm always thanking somebody. I'm always loving somebody. I'm in a caring state, and I feel natural to care to someone when I see someone needs that help. So when we are in these higher emotional states, then the sympathetic and parasympathetic are working uniformly, beautifully. And as a result, our body is in a slow down state, but active. It's called heart coherence. When we relax, we are slow down. Our conscious mind, which is responsible for decisions, is also not that active. See, there is a difference. When we relax, we're not very active. That means in a very relaxed state. And we ask, like, when we about to sleep, we're in a very relaxed state. When I wake up right in the morning, we're very relaxed state. And at that time, we asked to work and then asked to take a very important decision right then in that moment. It's not possible. Our brain is slowed down, conscious mind is slowed down, so you may not have a very good decision in a relaxed state because the conscious mind slows down the brain. Whereas we don't want the conscious brain to slow down, but the body has to be synchronously working and active conscious mind. That means there is a balance among all systems of the body, and then the conscious mind continues to be, and want the conscious mind to continue to be active. And that state is this heart coherent state when we are experiencing a positive, good emotion. So the difference between a meditator and a non-meditator, but who is relaxing, is that a meditator seems to be slow, relaxed, appears to be relaxed in the way they respond, but the brain is actively working for them, and so they continue to make good decisions. If someone who slows down, completely relaxes, brain is also slowed down, then may not make the good decisions. That's the difference. If you do less physical activity, we relax. So the brain slows down. If you do less activity, okay, let me take less load, less things. The brain slows down, relaxation. But with coherence, or with a meditator who is going into a positive emotion continuously on a regular basis and continues to stay on it, and so they're in a relaxed state, but an active brain, and so they perform better. A relaxation response versus a coherence response, it's called. Now, what is happening with this breath mindfulness meditation that we're practicing, and every time we go into an empty state of mind, then we connect into this whole energy. It's called this quantum energy field. This quantum physics, when it's deeply observing and is look at microscope level into your body, goes inside. It goes beyond your skin into the cells of the skin. It goes beyond into the cells of the skin, go inside, a lot of chemicals, further goes inside. The chemicals are there, elastin, collagen, proteins, further goes inside, you got molecules, further goes inside, atoms, goes inside. When you go look at the microscopic level, what they're finding is all emptiness out there. That emptiness, basically, they found it's 99.99% empty and very little bit of matter, that electrons or protons. Even those are not matter unless we're observed. We'll learn this later. But the matter is so little, everything is emptiness, and then emptiness is energy. So there is this concept of quantum energy field where we all are connected in one single large field of energy. This is science. If I have 1,000 bulbs, they all are connected, the lights are on, and then all energy is mixed up. 1,000 bulbs are one energy field. There's no separation. Exact same thing. All of us are in a single energy field. And we experience material body, me as Chandra, treat them separately, separately, and each one different material matter body for some time, until the time we have attention on it. If I don't take care of a body and I abuse it badly, differently, that means I don't put attention on it in terms of what I eat, where I go, right? How fast, if there is some 10,000 feet and I just want to just run, I don't really put attention to it, and then I can collapse. So when we don't put attention, the body also decays. The same way, where with an attention we're experiencing. And so there are two things. When with attention we're experiencing, so otherwise we are this energy field. So in meditation, we're withdrawing our attention temporarily. We're withdrawing our attention of everything that we know of. And so we start experiencing this energy, because when we start withdrawing our attention off everything we know of, that is nothing but our thought and feeling. And we withdraw our attention one by one. I remove thoughts. Some thoughts go away about my body. Some thoughts that go away from about my people, my house, my relatives, family. Some thoughts about my work. Some thoughts that are about my community connection. Some thoughts about everything I know about this universe, America and this and that and India, historical places. Like that, we start removing thoughts and everything starts going away. And so we start becoming empty, and emptiness is nothing but that thing that we have inside. Scientists discovered that quantum energy field. So we are becoming part of this big energy field. That means when we drop the notion of matter about a physical self or this material self, then we start experiencing energy. Now, energy, like 1,000 light bulbs, think of 1,000 people. Now they're all are connected. They're a single field. You can't separate and say this is from this bulb, this is from this bulb. They're all one. So in meditation, the more we experience this one single energy field, then many things happen. But one of the things that happens is that we start feeling good. We start feeling powerful. We start feeling like we are connected with everything. And so automatically, one reason why meditation moves somebody into a positive state, sustained positive state, is because we are in this state of connection with everyone. And so when you're in a state of connection, then where is the question of doing harm to somebody? It doesn't come. Because naturally that feeling that I'm in connection with somebody or something, and so how can I harm it? Because it's me, it's part of me. It is all happening instantly. So regular meditators, now of course there is another thing, regular meditators have several thoughts, and then these thoughts now at a mental level to understand it, all of thoughts are there, and lots of thoughts that are there subconsciously that are programmed about how somebody hurt me deeply, how companies exploit me badly, or how my relatives are ignoring me, or how my friends are bullying me. These things that are there again and again that are recorded in a subconscious mind, meditation removes them. And so then we disengage from unpleasant experiences. Either way, then we start having this connection of feeling good. We start having a different feeling in our body, which means primarily our heart, feeling great. Feeling great. When you start experiencing connection, we start helping others, loving others, caring for others, non-harming others. When you have connection with nature, we feel like doing things with it. We become more adventurous. Earlier, we couldn't think of going for a trek, but now we naturally go because we love nature. We know that nature is there to draw energy, and it is one with us. We start doing more such natural activities automatically. And so, coming back to the point, dear friends, a regular meditation is moving us to higher emotional states. And when we are moving to higher emotional states, we are in a relaxed state because the sympathetic, parasympathetic are working in unison. They're working greatly. It's called, body is completely entrained. That means respiratory system, the blood pressure system, the heartbeat system, they're all rhythmatically beating, they're all rhythmatic. Does not mean slow down of the response. The rhythm is there, equal. Does not mean slow down. So they appear to be slowing down for meditators, but they're active in the body. They're active in the mind. So one way, while regular meditation brings us naturally, but there are methods. And then heart coherence is a method, an institute called Heart Math Institute from California has been doing research on this. And to move ourselves into a higher positive emotion, if there are ways we can move ourselves into higher emotion and a positive emotion and be into that, meditation is the way over a long period of time, but we can add a tool. And this is called Heart Coherence tool. This Heart Math Institute is doing research. The research is fundamentally founded with the notion that our heart is communicating with the brain a lot more than brain communicates with the heart. Normally, we think brain is the one which is controlling everything. But in case of heart is, at a scientific level, that heart starts beating before even brain formed when the fetus is developing, right? Heart starts beating and heart is formed much before brain is formed. And so the heart is before the brain, and heart is a connection to this field. And so this heart is sending many signals to the brain, and it is also controlling emotional regulation, is also controlling our cognitive behaviors, cognitive capabilities. That means being able to do things greatly. It's controlling these two depending on how it's sending signals. And the signals it is sending are erratic when we are in a low emotion. When we're not in positive emotion, the signals it is sending are erratic. A positive emotion, remember, is about unifying things. Care for somebody, that person and me become one. Can you care for somebody while you are hating that person inside? You can't, right? Is it possible? You're caring to somebody, but you're hating. It's not possible. In that moment, we got to drop. However angry we are with a relative, or maybe with my dad, or my mom, or my brother, but when it comes to the need, and then we're caring, that separation is dropped. It's not possible to have a caring emotion while hated emotion simultaneously. So every emotion which helps us to be one with the other person or other thing, then is called an higher emotion. So it makes us one. That's the key. If I'm calm, just I'm there, just having chilling with my coffee in my backyard, may not necessarily make me one with things. It is just relaxing. I'm not doing physical activities. I'm just relaxing. That's all. A slow down, so naturally body functions also slow down, right? When you don't run, when you run, your heart rate increases. Don't run, your heart rate drops down, right? It's like that. So slowing down doesn't mean that you're caring or you're becoming one, but having a higher emotion is when you're becoming one. When I love nature, I start becoming adventurous. When you're adventurous, you are with it. You're not separate. I'm appreciating. So no matter what differences you have with the other person before, but at that moment of appreciation, you are there with that person. You are becoming one with that person, right? That's when you can really appreciate. Feeling is important. It's not intellectually, hey, thank you. Intellectual thank you means that you still hold it. We got to generate the feeling of appreciation that I truly mean it. But generally, that's what it is. When we are telling appreciation, when we're telling thank you, we suddenly shift from our earlier emotion of what we hold against that person, shift into a higher feeling automatically. So the point that the Heart Math Institute found is that heart is giving a lot many signals when heart is in a higher emotion. Meditation, Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, naturally moves in a higher emotion. No wonder why meditators are able to be, because it connects us, and they're able to perform better because they're in a higher emotion. But many did not know about this heart technique. And then this technique that Heart Math developed is to recognize and sustain a higher emotion by practicing for a few seconds, few minutes daily, a heart elevation concept. What is a heart elevation concept? It's simple. We just relax in a sit down and relaxed state, and then take slow, long breaths, slow and relaxing breaths, right? Normal breathing you're doing, which is unconsciously. Now, consciously take a long, slow breath. And then while you're taking long, slow breath, you want to put your attention on your heart and then feel it. Where you put your attention is where your energy of the breath is going, and you start feeling. That's a scientific concept. Where you place your attention is where the energy flows. So when you put your attention here, and then you have a slow and relaxing breath, and so automatically start feeling heart. So the idea is in the heart elevation technique is to connect with the heart. It's connect with the heart. The heart brain, which has got several neurons here, is very powerful, is communicating a lot more data through its feelings to the brain. And so the brain also becomes very slow down to coherent. That means all things work great. Okay, like an orchestra symphony, where many people come together, play together, is same way the brain regions, body regions all become coherent, so work together. That's the concept here, right? So in order to work together, then we sustain a positive emotion where possible. So first connect with your heart by just doing this long, slow breaths. And then as you are putting your attention here, so you start feeling it, you start sensing it, you know that there is a beat going on here. Our goal is not to reduce the beat, not at all. Somebody's beat may be 90, but then they are coherent. That means, the sympathetic parasympathetic know how to respond equal time, not too long, not too less. That's really the idea, right? And so you are just feeling your heart. And then as you feel your heart, and then you bring up an experience from your life where you felt enormous love, joy, gratitude, compassion, any of those emotions. You're a mother caring for small children, then you naturally go into that state. You have so much love to the child. Just think about it. Last time a child did something funny, and so you were like so laughing at it, and you just expressed so much love towards the child because you just saw that it was so beautiful. Right? Appreciation of your garden flowers. You just went inside, went out, and then you saw this beautiful, you saw a bird suddenly coming up, you appreciated life. So anything that made you feel good with a positive emotion of love, joy, gratitude. You helped, your company gave you great hikes, so then you help your manager, you express gratitude to manager. Truly, you meant truly. And so think about that event and then feel it, relive it. Every time we feel good moments, we go into a higher state of emotion. That's it. Simple. So I want us to, so this heart elevation technique is something we'll practice because it helps to make the brain coherent, and it helps to slow down things for us to go into an empty state of mind faster, right? It helps to go deep states faster by slowing down, shifting as the elevator to higher emotion. When I shift into higher emotion, we'll already start feeling the connection, and meditation goal is to feel the connection more. And so heart elevation, by actually practicing for a few minutes, then we start feeling that wholeness, and then we go into this Ana-Pana-Sati after that. Now, those of you missed yesterday, we are practicing the core of the meditation process is called breath mindfulness meditation. Breath mindfulness meditation is the idea is to empty your mind and stay in that empty states of mind for some time. And when you are in empty state of mind for some time, and for the signs that I just explained, where we feel the connection, but more importantly, we drop 90% of our unwanted, useless, redundant, all those thoughts that are there, which are 90% or above, we drop all of them. Any frustrating moments, any separating moments, any griefful moments, or an anxious moment, worrisome moments, worrisome thoughts, they all are there. All of them get dropped when we regularly practice being in empty state for some time. And so we do the technique by Ana-Pana-Sati, a breath mindfulness meditation. We talked about this yesterday. Please go back and take a look at the yesterday's session of the technique in detail, but we'll learn it again today, like every day we're going to learn. But so bulk of the time we're going to be spending on Ana-Pana-Sati, breath mindfulness, being aware of our breath, emptying ourselves. But before we go in, we practice this heart elevation for a few minutes every day. So we're going to practice starting today. So heart elevation, can we have this couple of slides, please? Yes. So as you see, you keep your hands on your chest area. So our meditation is starting every day like this, right? With our eyes closed, and your sitting posture is on the floor, cross-legged, or if in the chair, cross your feet at ankle, right? Cross your feet at ankle, and then hands and then eyes closed, specs removed, right? And then hands on your chest area. This is in the heart elevation process. In Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, after 5 minutes, when we finish this process, when you go into Ana-Pana-Sati, where I will announce and say, let's go into Ana-Pana-Sati, breath mindfulness meditation, then your hands become like this, and they go onto your lap. That's all. Otherwise, the posture is pretty simple. It's the same, right? So with your hands on the chest area and your eyes closed, what you do is to put your attention on your breath and on your heart, both. Attention on the breath and on your heart. You know, we have the capability to put our attention on 1,000 things simultaneously. If I ask you to put your attention on your body, all or parts of the body and your breath, you can still do it. It practice comes and will do it. So put your attention on the breath and your heart, right? Because attention is awareness. Awareness is there everywhere, right? So put your attention on the breath and heart, and then with a slow, long, relaxing breaths. Slow breaths, okay, very slow, long, relaxing. That means it's not, your sound won't even come. Just making a conscious attempt to take a longer breath, that's all. Normal breaths, let's say you finish off in 0.8 second, and normal breath, you say you're finishing off in 3 to 4, about 2 seconds, and then the longer breath means you're just conscious and then doing slow, letting, breathing slowly. So maybe it's longer now, right? So slow, long, relaxing breath. with the hands on the chest area, while your attention is on your heart and your breath. So as you do that, you start feeling, again, it may not come on day one, you start feeling your heart connection is formed. Your attention goes to it. You may start hearing the heartbeat. Some have challenge, some will get it immediately. Where you may start feeling the heartbeat. It is beating, dub, 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 right? It is beating. Let it be whatever rhythm it is. Don't try to control anything. It can be fast or slow. You'll be surprised to know some of you may have a very fast heartbeat, right? But that's okay, right? When we are young, the beats are faster because our brain is cognitively working pretty fast. When we are aging, when we use the age word, I'm using in the notional terms, then it's slower. Slow is not necessarily good. Slow is not necessarily good. That is old science, right? So we'll come back to that science later. So now with our hand, heart area, relaxing breath, and then feel it. Feel your heart. Connect with it. They're the words I'm going to use in our practice. And then I'll say after a couple of minutes, I'm just teaching the technique, but we'll start the meditation shortly, just to listen to me. And so after a couple of minutes of the slow, long breathing, we start connecting. Then I ask you to recollect an event or an experience from your past or from your present. If you're helping people right now actively in a project and you feel good every day, bring up that experience, right? Bring up that experience. Or if you have a future experience that you imagine and dream about, where you feel great, where you feel one with the other person, love, joy, gratitude, appreciation, kindness, care, right? Bliss, adventure, any of these emotions. If you had a last time, a blissful moment, you became like one, you just had this great connection in your meditation and you feel going back to it again and again, just think about it now, because that blissful moment is about a connection to everything, right? So you are then after relaxing for 2-3 minutes, connecting with your heart, then you bring up an experience from your past, present, or a future experience that you imagine to have, and then feel it. And then start having that experience. As you relive, as you recollect that experience, then you're shifting yourself into a higher emotion. That's the idea, right? The more you can recollect and then live it, or you can visualize and dream about it, then the more you are into a higher emotion of that frequency. When you're higher emotion, automatically the heart and brain are becoming one, slowing down, connecting, experiencing. So we're going to do this. Now you feel a connection experience or not, we're going to practice this. For a period of time, we'll get to this, but like any technique, some people will get it pretty quickly, some will take time, particularly very analytical mind who's constantly doubting, is it really going to happen? What is he saying? Then it'll probably take a little more time what to do, but that's okay. The whole process of meditation is to go beyond that analytical mind, to drop ourselves and become vulnerable a bit during this time to say, there is something higher. My body is intelligently being driven with a million cells coming in, million cells is not less, coming in every second and then going out every second. So there is so much intelligence inside. So there's got to be something out there which is also doing work along with me. So let me drop my mind for some time, right? The process of meditation is to drop your analytical mind and let things happen for you in one way. And the process of meditation is also to become very active and drive things for you by yourself, consciously with single point minded. Both are there. We'll gain a perfect balance. It's not one or the other, right, friends? All right. So this is heart elevation process. And then after a few minutes, the music will change. I'll ask you to put your hands together, hands in your lap, eyes closed. Go to the next slide, please. Now we're going into the breath mindfulness meditation. Next slide, please. So where? This is a posture, yesterday you saw it, and with fingers into fingers, hands in your lap comfortably, cross your feet, and then observe your natural breath. Where do you observe? Now in the Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, your attention is only on the breath. No more heart. We moved here, observing the breath. Observe, just gentle observation. Observation to a point that breath is there, going in, coming out. Don't analyze how much heavy it is, how long it is, what's happening, is it fast, slow? Don't analyze. Just observe that, yes, I've got breath. Okay, observe it. Observe anywhere in the nose, preferably in the middle of the eyebrows. Take this point Some people have a challenge finding breath there. Take this route, the tip of the nose, where you naturally will find cold air is going in and warm coming out, right? You can shift into this place later, but initially you can start here, where when I say observe the breath, you can start feeling that, okay, there is some air going in and then warm air coming out. Maybe through one nostril, and one goes through one, another comes through other, or same, depending on your current physiological situation, you may be doing the same nostril as two different nostrils. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. All we have to do is to observe the breath. So sitting relaxed comfortably, observing the breath, right? So we're observing the breath here. And when you continue to observe, slowly our breath is also becoming lighter, and we start becoming empty in the mind of all thoughts. As you start becoming empty, we experience emptiness, and we want to be in that state of emptiness for as long as we can. We don't do anything to go empty, but we only do observing the breath. When I observe the breath, slowly mind becomes empty. And then when that empty state, my guidance is going to say to, hey, experience that emptiness, be in it, feel it, that there's nobody, nothing around you in empty state. So I'm going to do some guidance to sustain our continuation of emptiness state there while you are there, all right? And in case you have thoughts, attention back to the breath again. In case you have thoughts, attention back to the breath again. Right, friends? So first 2 days, we have to learn the technique. We're taking longer, but every day we're going to start the meditation hereafter, somewhere between 6:15 to 6:20. Madam, we'll do the poll after the meditation is over. It's longer already. All right?
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Okay. So relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably. We're going into today doing heart elevation process first, and then we will do our breath mindfulness meditation like yesterday. Okay? And together, and then at the end of it, like yesterday, we expressed gratitude just by actually taking time, a couple of minutes, to express gratitude to everybody. We'll do that again. And then we open our eyes when I say. Until that time, you want to be with your eyes closed. No matter what happens, if you couldn't follow the process, do not open your eyes for the whole period. That is the first training in meditation. You are determined to move from good to great. And then this is a must step. We've got to keep our eyes closed in the entire process. Even if the breath is not there, even if you're not able to connect with heart, even if you're not able to feel it, even if you're not able to, not have any thought, continuous, even if you have thoughts continuously, no matter what happens, don't open your eyes and then stay with your eyes closed. Relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area and rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. I want you to take a slow, long, relaxing breath for the next 3 minutes. With relaxing, slow, long breaths, feel your beautiful heart. Breathe more of that slow, long, relaxing breath and feel your sacred heart. You seat of all emotions, our primary connection into our life, to our life's experiences. Feel it, dear friends. Connect with it. I'd like you to recollect a moment from your life of love, of joy, of gratitude, or any of the higher emotions, and relive that moment and elevate yourself. Relive that moment of love, of joy, of gratitude, of appreciation, and feel that energy inside your beautiful body and heart. Feel it. The more we experience love, joy, gratitude, dear friend, the more we experience that connection to all things and everybody. We are all deeply interconnected with each other in that quantum field of energy. Relive that moment and feel that energy of love, joy. Feel it. And allow yourself to direct that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth, for it is received by the needy. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. Allow yourself to direct that energy to heal you deeply. Every thought, every feeling is energy. The more you experience the love with yourself, the more you can be loving all things and everybody. The more we are expansive in our heart, the more we feel that expanse with everybody. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation, Ana-Pana-Sati meditation. With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. Our goal is to empty our mind. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. Observe your natural breath, dear friends. It's natural to have thoughts. When you recognize your thinking, go back to observing your breath and slowly, slowly allow yourself to become empty of all thoughts in your mind. Be with your breath. Become one with that in breath and the out breath. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. And as our mind is empty, we allow our body to function at its natural best. We channelize all that energy into the present moment. We develop greater immunity. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As the mind is empty, we experience that greater emptiness, that quantum energy field. If you recognize you are in thought, gently go back to observing your breath, dear friends, and allow yourself to find that emptiness all around. We are less matter, more energy, more emptiness. Allow yourself to experience that emptiness inside of you, all around you. Become aware of that emptiness where there's no body, where there's no thing, in no place and no time. Allow yourself to merge into that blackness, that darkness, that void, that light, that energy. As no body, as no thing. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum energy field with infinite possibilities and opportunities. The longer we stay connected to this field of energy, this emptiness, the more we become of it and the more we receive from it. Stay aware of that emptiness. Merge into your breath. Merge into this emptiness of no body, no thing. That blackness, that void. Become aware of this emptiness spreading far and wide beyond your body, beyond your room, into the edges of this universe. That's energy. The longer we stay connected to this emptiness and energy, dear friends, the more open we become, the more possibilities we receive into our life. Stay away from your body, away from your life, and allow yourself to unfold as pure awareness. Awareness is consciousness, that all-pervading, all-connecting intelligence. Stay aware of that energy, of that emptiness. This is your divine self, your greater mind. Relax your body, feel your body, and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body.
I am beautiful. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate.
And as you relax, recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? Who have you become? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends, hope you enjoyed the session. And again, congratulate yourself, particularly newcomers who have meditated for 38 minutes today already. That's the way, giving a big pat on our back for ourselves. When do we do for ourselves? In the process of meditation, first thing we learn is that we start appreciating ourselves. We stop being self-critical of ourselves and then appreciate ourselves. That switch makes all the difference in drawing great moments and experience into our life, no matter what area it is. So beautiful. As we are here, let's run a poll. We'd like to know quickly, depending what's the composition of what we have here. Can you run the poll, please? And today, we're going to use the time for, we're going to have sharing of a master who's been practicing meditation, and I'll use the time for Q&A. Of course, we just have about 12 minutes, 11 minutes left for the time. So 7:30 will end formally. We'll continue with the Q&A, those who want to stay. But first, the poll. All of you see it on the screen. So first question is asking, have you attended Buddha CEO programs earlier? So it's directly asking if you're already connected. No one is seeing, is it? There is no movement. Okay, started. Second question is about your meditation experience. Whether it's Buddha CEO or outside, doesn't matter. And important, yoga is not meditation that we are considering here for this purpose. Pranayama not, prayer not, contemplation not. They're not meditation techniques. So if you're doing those 4, please do not mark it as meditation. The third question is, if you have been a meditator, what has been your challenge with your meditation? So naturally for beginners, this question does not apply. There is a last option there. You can choose that not applicable. But others, and the last question, your dominant activity of work. Are you more self-employed? Are you as an employee? Are you a student, homemaker? I'm going to give it one more minute and close these polls because we are still less than what we wanted, still 56.7% poll. I'm looking for about 65% poll participants. These things help in changing the pace of what we learn during the next 6 weeks. And so please do take that moment to answer. Wonderful. Okay. We can end the poll this time. Yes, share the results, please. Okay. So what we see here is about 41% new to Buddha's Jiva, right? But however, second question is of importance. The way I read this is that we have in this group about 50% as meditators who have been meditating for 6 months or above. And 50% is either new or less than 6 months of meditation experience. So this is a good combination that we have. And interestingly, I'm going to the question 3. Consistency is a challenge. Thoughts and mental distractions, 35% is a challenge. And no challenge, 25%, every meditation, good meditation. Okay, so the good news here is that the consistency is the only challenge that I see as a challenge, because thoughts and distractions are always going to be there. We very quickly move from that state to thinking that every meditation is a good meditation, because thoughts and distractions, they are there. When we are in the worldly life, they're always there. So they're not a challenge. We wanted to ask the question to know it. So the only challenge here in this I see is those who are not able to be regular and consistency. So that's only you, right? Whoever is. But let's go through it. In this 40 days, those of you already practicing and then who felt regularity, consistency is a challenge, it's about increasing the willpower. And so you can, in these 40 days, take a challenge for yourself, which will increase your willpower. A challenge could be that during these 40 days, I'll go into silence at least one day in a week. I'll go into fasting one day in a week. I'll be observant of my thoughts about being negative or positive, and then keep writing them down every day. You can take a challenge that this 40 days, I'm going to make a journal every day. Every time I have a rest, at the end of the day, I'm going to write a journal. That itself, any of such things will help us increase our willpower. But take this 40 days as a challenge to take some of those mindful habits. One way to increase, of course, when you're regular in this 40 days, you'll increase your willpower quite a bit. But you can also commit this. If you need somebody, call me and commit to me that, I'm doing this for the rest 40 days. Okay. And I'll call you every day and I'll ask you, how is your challenge going? Right? Do that commitment to your close friend or somebody, to your facilitator. This is what I'm doing this 40 days. This is applicable to the senior meditators who've been practicing, but then I feel regularity is a challenge. So when we go into a second program or a third program, we will absolutely cross over this regularity naturally. All right. So we do have a big percentage of people who are naturally expect 70% employees or business owners here. And we have the rest, about 30% senior citizens and homemakers and all together. Always been the case. Thank you. All right, friends. So with that as a baseline for us to navigate this program, if anybody would like to share any of your experiences or any questions on the process of meditation, it's a great time to take questions around meditation, the technique, the process. Madam, we have a sharing also, isn't it? Nanta, madam.
Yes, sir. Indu Malik.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just take this. We're going to end this.
And Karthikeyan sir is also there.
Karthikeyan sir, but sir will
Yeah.
give the message tomorrow. Yes.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a question and then we'll ask and invite in the madam.
Okay, sir.
Couple of questions. Stay there. We have a powerful experience to share from a counselor and an independent, self-employed counselor woman. So who is Indu Malik, you have a great respect. So we'll listen to her experience of how meditation moved her from change her life, change the perspective of everything that she's experiencing now. Before that, madam, let's take questions. Sri Lekha, madam.
Yes.
Yeah, hi everyone. I would like to share my experience today in meditation. When I started with the heart math concept, where I literally couldn't hear my heartbeat, but when Sir said that, please recollect a memory from your life, then literally I started to hear my heartbeat. So I observed and understood that our brain, that my heart is controlling my brain. And I could feel it. I could feel that high emotion. When I went into the meditation and started meditating, I had huge thoughts and I couldn't control it. But as I reached the end of that session, I literally went into that emptiness of happiness. And that I understood. Another thing is, it's not very difficult to be into empty state. I always felt that being empty is literally not in my hands, but today I felt emptiness for few minutes and literally I enjoyed it. Where I'm nowhere and no identity, no thought, nothing. And I could see that a pentagon shaped space is emitting rings of light. Then after that, after seeing that, Sir said that you have that energy field of you have that energy coming out from the magnetic field. So I don't know is that or not, but my brain didn't judge, my brain didn't validate, nothing. I was just experiencing. And at the last, when the song of Beautiful have played, that you're beautiful, you're happy. So there, I didn't imagine my body, I didn't imagine anything. I felt literally I'm beautiful. I felt my energy beautiful. I felt myself beautiful. I felt that today is a day of happiness. Today is the day of my day. Today is the day of everything for me. So I literally thank and I look forward for this session. I want to still know much more better about myself. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this session.
Wonderful. You know, that's really great feeling to have ending a meditation with such a high note. Then we carry that feeling whole day. Go back to that heart elevation concept. The longer we can sustain and stay in that feeling, then the more we are doing good to us. Because the thing is this, we are working active, which is sympathetic, and we are slowing down parasympathetic. It's like a car, it requires, let's say, weekly service. So doing it weekly, not missing a beat on it, doing the service weekly is important. So you're actively high, and then you're low, high, low, high, low. This is one thing that happens in coherence. In a relaxation and slow down, you're always content to be low. That's not what we want. We want high and low at uniform interval. That's also the second one. We want high and low to the same level. Don't want to be too high, don't want to be too low. So this is what is happening with heart coherence. You are active at the right level of your body. And then you are going, parasympathetic is kicking in and slowing down your heartbeat to the right level. That variance is not too drastic, right? Which is what happens in a stressful mode. And so heart elevation, or rather being in a higher emotion, is what does the trick. So higher emotion, heart elevation one way, but meditation is a natural way. And service is another great way. We move into higher emotion, right? Automatically, we are good, we feel good, we are connecting with others, helping others is a great way. All right. So we'll take one more question, and I would like Indu Malik to share.
Yeah. Mr. Paresh, sir, please unmute yourself.
And I want to say this. Emptiness is not, we are, in this technique, we are allowing the emptiness to happen. We are allowing the emptiness to happen. And this is a powerful technique. So it is a technique where we're losing our mind, and so emptiness happens. All right. And when we lose our mind, then we are with awareness. And awareness is there always. And so when I was doing guidance, many people may not follow at that point because you are into some kind of a trance state where you're not aware of exact moment. And so it is absolutely fine. Over a period of time, I build consciously aware while we are also noticing that emptiness. If you did not notice emptiness, it does not mean you're not in emptiness. It only means that you're not aware of it. That's all, right? And so emptiness is happening, and some are noticing, some are not noticing. So don't judge your meditation by the amount of time that you experienced or not experienced. Don't judge your meditation just because you've been having thoughts. Thoughts are common. They slowly get better and better and better. I want you to accept them. It is not our expectation that anybody will be totally empty for the whole duration, consciously aware. It is not. Any meditation, even after 20 or 30 years, when you are in worldly activity, where you're actively working, actually doing daily chores, so it's not an expectation that you're going to be fully empty state. If it happens, great. It would have happened, you would have not noticed it. It is wonderful, right? But don't judge yourself just because you don't have an experience or you're having too many thoughts. It all will go away. Yes, please.
Yes, Mr. Paresh. Please unmute your, yes.
Namaste. While meditating, you have a nice music going on, and my mind automatically shifts onto those beautiful notes. So that's more of a distraction from focusing on the breath that automatically happens. So I was wondering whether it is important and necessary to have such accompaniment while meditating.
Yeah. So music, for a period of time, see, it is not important to listen to my guidance. It is important to understand the technique and then go into your empty states by observing the breath and slowly go in. Now, the challenge is we have a varying group, right? And so when we go into the empty states, the guidance sort of goes into the back seat. It is in the background. Same thing happens with the music. Music, in the absence of guidance too, is helping soothe the subconscious. The subconscious is the bed of the chitta, or where all the thoughts are emanating. And then that sort of, because chitta, subconscious, got the experiences, the feelings from where the thoughts come. And so automatically it clutters their mind. And so music soothes the subconscious. It goes in and soothes it down, calms it down. So you start having less and less thoughts. So initial days, you feel like I'm getting distracted because of music, I'm distracted because of the guidance. But as you practice slowly, then these two will go into the background. You'll forget them, you'll ignore them. It automatically happens. Because when you're going thoughtless, when you're in a different zone, so these go into the background. So it is not a necessity that when you're not aware of my voice, to don't pull yourself back into listen to my voice in meditation. When you're not listening to the music, don't you pull yourself back to the music. But you are stated the opposite, where you said you're getting distracted, but it's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, let's have Hindu Malik ji to share experience.
Am I audible?
Yes, madam.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, all of you. My name is Indu Malik. I am a counselor. Last year in January, this meditation has given me, it's like a bliss for me, as in New Year, we tend to feel doing something good. So I don't know from where I have got this Buddha CEO thing, I think from FB. And the problem was that I couldn't get up early. So I thought I must try something, what exactly it is. The problem was my life was very unorganized, and I used to think that life is meaningless. And when the first day I did meditation with sir, it was like a life transforming for me. And since that day, I am doing regular meditation, and I have seen lot of changes in me. I used to think I am sick, I am worthless, I am powerless. Now it's complete transformation. I have left all the medicines. I had a lot of respiratory problem. I used to take inhalers and anti-allergic medicines. I don't take it. And I had a high cholesterol and high triglycerides. Now it has come automatically without medicine in a very optimum level. And my work, I got a lot of appreciation in my work, a lot of good feedback, because I think I am healing myself. And it is a very, if I don't have word to express actually, when in the starting, it was like a euphoric state for me. I used to feel restless. I used to feel, because we all have very strong religious cultural belief. So I had a very strong cultural religious belief that I should do that and that. Now I feel very empowered, and I don't believe I have started believing in myself. I used to think whether earlier I was breathing, that small technique, this breath in, breath out can be so powerful. I feel like I am Brahmarshi. So thank you. Thanks, sir. I have got a very blissful life. And from inadequacy, I feel adequate. And all the time I feel much more alert, refreshed, peaceful, calmness, and self-aware. So a lot of good changes I have noticed. I tend to eat a lot earlier. Now I have a very stubborn pattern of myself. Now I have seen a very flexible things in every approach, and I have become much more compassionate for myself and for others. And my frustration tolerance has increased. Earlier I used to get angry and frustrated. Now I feel very peaceful, very calm, and I have got a very good tool of manifestation also. Now I think I have some kind of magic mantra. Whatever I want, I can achieve, and I have got in a smaller way, and I'm achieving in the daily life. So it's a very blissful experience for me. And if I want to express my thing, earlier it was like euphoric state. If Jagdish sir is listening to me, or everyone has, if anyone has read this poem John Keats, this Ode to Nightingale, the same feeling I have that I have drunk like a hemlock or drained some opiate or this lethe word, this river. So it is a kind of same feeling for me. I feel very, very empowered, and whoever, because the main problem was I couldn't close my eyes. Now I can do easily. So it's a life transforming experience for me. I cannot say thanks in words to Chandra sir and whole Buddha CEO team. Thanks a lot, sir. And it's a self-exploration journey for me. And it will go till my end. So I can leave food, I can leave anything, but I cannot leave a meditation now. It has become my part and parcel. Even in this morning, it's a daily routine. But whenever I get time, it has become my hobby now. Sometimes I do this 3 hours Akhand Dhyana and 1 hour different kind of meditation I do, and I feel empowered. I'm very, very happy. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks. You have become my mentor. You have given me a new life. Now I have got a purpose of my life. Earlier, I was like just for the sake of living, I was living. Now, from passive to active life, I have got my purpose. I'm very, very happy, sir. Thanks a lot.
Wow. Wonderful, madam. If you are moving to your purpose, when you recognize that there is a purpose for me and then we are living in, then we are lasting, we continue with the lasting happiness, with your greatness. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, sir.
So, dear friends, Indu Malikji represents a perfect example. And I was like that too. Everyone, either we had a crisis or we have a challenge, or we didn't have, but we still had something empty deep inside. And then either way, it doesn't matter how we connect in. When we come in here, then we suddenly have a switch. Initially, it is tough for many. It is tough to keep our eyes closed. But just stay with it, have that faith, and then break that thing for the first few days. And so start experiencing yourself a change, right? So we are at 7:40. So I'd like to formally end the session, but those who raised hands, as always, we continue till 8 o'clock. Anybody wants to share or ask questions, we'll do the interaction. But thank you so much for joining today and being part of it. We're going to continue to see, I missed it. I wanted to introduce your beautiful facilitators. I think it's already late. So we will do this thing tomorrow. We have created WhatsApp groups for you, right? The 6 WhatsApp groups. So Namita, madam, first thing we should do is to introduce all facilitators tomorrow before the meditation. So 6 groups. So there are 6 facilitators, right, for this week. And then we have book club facilitators, which we want to start next week, where we read books. We introduce books to you later in this week, some important books that you can acquire, because we're going to read books for you next week onwards. I said yesterday, ours is a knowledge path and then meditation path, both. We learn and then we meditate. So that we assimilate, we disengage from past unwanted knowledge and we start taking new knowledge and then make it into subconscious. That's the whole process of this meditation for 6 weeks. So we're going to learn, we're going to read books too. So stay with us, and tomorrow we'll introduce our facilitators.
So we can announce the WhatsApp.
Please go ahead. Announce it.
Yes, sir. Dear friends, kindly save this number 919606957285. It is there in the chat box. Please go through your chat box. This will help us to communicate with all of you directly regarding the program updates and any queries. This is the best way to ensure that we, all of us, are always connected with meditation. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. So thank you, friends. So join those WhatsApp groups, emails. See, we have about 1,800 registrations. So that means we are sending communication to all of them. Many people take this session offline and YouTube afterwards. And so sending individually, if you drop your phone number and email here, it is tough. But go back, and in case you are in a hurry, you filled up a wrong email ID, we get a lot of them. And so we would have sent an email, that email will never reach you, right? If you're in a hurry, filled up a wrong email, and if you didn't get an email, and maybe you want to just register once more, because we have a process, and then we just send emails to every ID that is there, right? So look at your junk mail folder, bulk mail folder, promotion folders, in case it's not a main folder, but email is always there. So start from there to join that WhatsApp group. That is our connection for the next 40 days that we are together on this, because we put a lot of resources in it every day. And I hope some of you taken the time to read the newsletter. The newsletters recap whatever that we're learning in many ways. And so do take the time. It takes about 5 minutes to read the newsletter, about 500 to 600 words, right, friends? So make use of everything possible, and we'll stay connected. So thank you all. In a couple of minutes, we'll take questions again. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful.
Hi, Sudha madam. Anybody has any questions, we can definitely answer, or I want to share your today's experience. Yes, madam.
Hi, sir.
Waking
Hello.
up at 4 o'clock again. Yes, great.
Looking forward to it. Wonderful sharing, sir. Indu Malik, ma'am. It was quite inspiring, actually.
What's happening to you? Please give your message.
I was actually waiting for this 40 days. So, yeah, started and yeah, yes, sir. And waiting for you to come to Dubai, sir.
Yes, we will talk today and then fix dates. I think it's more looking like February 14th or 15th, but we'll finalize it today. I think all things are clear, so now we can actually travel. Okay.
Looking forward, sir. Looking forward. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Jagdish sir, can you give a message?
Good morning. The only message is I welcome all those newcomers. And you must have already felt after the first day a certain change in your attitude, in your feeling. And I'm sure with the kind of explanations that go on about meditation and about how you go through it, the amount of benefit you get, you automatically start feeling it. Very rarely would some of you feel uncomfortable or probably drop it out. But I'm sure you'll all find an extremely interesting gift that you have given to yourselves Wish you all the best. Do welcome to the great family. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's former professor at IIM Bangalore. Very, very successful in his career. But thank you, sir, as a close association with you for all these days. In many ways, you've been helping, empowering. Thank you. Yes, Mukherjee.
Namaste, everybody. Today, somehow I was very much tired, so I had to lie down and I forgot to switch off my camera. So you must have seen me going on the bed. So that's normal or something I wasn't doing correct?
Mukherjee, you're aware there are so many things happen in the meditation. So I'm happy for you that you got a nice sleep with meditation. I hope to get that at some point. Okay. So it is good. So if you got a good sleep with meditation, yoga nidra, so why not? Enjoy it. It's okay. I mean, they're all, what's important is to be staying consistent, regular, and here, there things always happen, doesn't matter. And even if this happens for the next 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, go with it. Because the body is telling, the meditation is telling you this is important for you at this stage, then it will be that. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namta madam, next one.
We have, yes, sir. Shiv Rudrapa, sir. Yeah.
Chandra sir, thank you. And thanks everybody who have joined for the meditation session today. It was a wonderful session. I had a very good experience of today meditating with all of you. I have been, as I said yesterday, that I have been meditating for a few days now, maybe about less than 2 weeks. But it has been, always they say that it's a journey. I just started my journey. It's the beginning of my journey. And it was probably the best day that today I was able to follow what you were saying and trying to do what you say. So probably that helped me a lot. Okay, so taking away the thoughts, focusing on my breath, and probably the state of mind I was getting was quite a enjoyable. I can feel even now that I enjoyed the session. So that was a very typical experience that I enjoyed. So thanks to you and everybody. I have one small doubt, not a question, but doubt. Like, you said in one of during today that, we charge our heart with emotions, make it more, then that it will be very helpful to take decisions. Okay. If I have understood it correctly. Okay. But we always believe that, when you are charged with emotions, you always make wrong decisions. Take decisions with your mind and not from your heart. So it got little confused. I got little confused whether I have not understood correctly what you said or what is it, sir? Chandra, sir.
So there is, no, we say you take decision with your heart, or rather balance. So positive emotion, a positive emotion keeps your brain coherent. Coherency is, if there are 10 areas in the brain, a learning area, a decision-making area, a synthesizing area, auditory area, like this, there are a lot of areas in the brain,
Okay,
right?
sir.
I'm talking about the conscious mind. Now they all come together. They all come together and work, help each other. So each one is helping to pull your past memories appropriately, and then the synthesizing brain is sort of helping you to put all of them together to learn, make something out of it, right? We got to derive something out of it. So it works in coherence when you're in a positive emotion. When you are coherent, that means if there are team members, when you're making a decision, and if you've got 10 team members and all of them give you inputs that are required, in timely inputs, they all come to you so that you got the data. As an executive, you can make the right decision, you got the data. Of course, you also take a data from your heart too, what your feeling is telling you. But important that team members give you the data right time coherently, not more, not less. If some people don't come with the right data, then you cannot take the full decision, the right decision, because you are missing a piece. That's easily how you think of coherence in the brain. If some parts don't work, then you are taking decisions with partial input, partial data. So you may be wrong. When we are stressful, nothing is coherent, nothing is working. They're all independently working on their own. Like a team of people who are totally incoherent, everybody works for themselves. I need to get recognition, I need to get this, I need to get this, I need to hold. So people independently work, and so you have a disorganized team there. So coherence is an organized where everybody is matching their things and then working. So that's the state we go in when we have a positive emotion. That's the reason.
You mean, sir, coherence leading to something like an intuition and tells you do this that way, you mean?
Coherence is leading to maximizing your brain, maximizing your performance. Intuition is taking help of your subconscious. Intuition is based on a lot of your past. It is a big picture.
Okay.
Intuition is subconscious, where you're connected not just from the current moment. If I say I'm taking a decision from a business right now, based on my last 6 months with this client, we take a decision. That data is what your mind is taking, but that's coherently. That means everything right time. But intuition is not only 6 months, it is going back into your entire career. Similar incidents, similar things that may be there. It's going back before into your past. And then all of it collected, and it's trying to put data together and saying, you know what, with your current data, maybe this, but your intuition will sell in the big picture, you're actually better off doing something else.
So does it means it takes that data and makes an analysis, and then comes what comes as an intuition?
It's all invisible. So they're all words. It's all
invisible, but does it?
It's all happening. It's basically, think of this way. Beyond a point.
Okay, sir.
It is that greater mind of yours. He is a lot more intelligent than you and I can think with a limited knowledge and experience right now. Our limited knowledge and experience for the most part is on the body and matter, which is 0.01%. Not even that, further less than that, isn't it? Yeah. For the most cases, our experience is all about our life, right? And the whole life together is 0.01%, the matter. And the consciousness is that everything is 99.99%. So the intuition is coming from there. So it's unthinkable to even think what it is doing. So, but it is huge. It's out there. Everything is coming from that energy. And then that energy is coming in the form of intuition to us. What is right for us? Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for clarifying my own confusions, probably. Okay.
Oh, these are good. Very good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Jagdish, sir, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'm tempted to intervene at this stage. Being a professor who's dealt a lot with decision making, Mr. Shirudrappa.
Yes, sir.
No decision can be made without emotion. It's a myth to say decision is purely rational without emotion.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
A decision is making a choice, right? And
yes.
choices cannot be made without emotion.
Okay, sir.
So when you are using data, you talk about analysis, how do you interpret data? Interpretation of data is an individual process. And interpretation cannot take without emotional driven.
Okay, sir.
Where you have heard of people saying, don't take decisions under emotion, what they mean, don't take decisions when emotions are disturbed emotions.
Disturbed emotions. Okay, sir.
Sometimes you have a disturbed position.
Okay.
And don't take decisions. So they say they generalize people, but it's a myth to say decision can be taken without emotion. Every decision is driven by emotion.
Is attached with an emotion. Okay, sir.
It is driven by emotion.
Driven by an emotion.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify. I was tempted.
No, thank you, sir. No, sir. This is exactly. See, I that's why I put that question to sir. Okay, because always, we have been taught or told, don't take,
emotional. That's a myth.
Yeah, with emotion.
Absolute myth. And some teachers also say that, management teachers, it's an absolute myth. It's not possible. It is ridiculous to say decisions are made without emotion.
Thank you, sir. This is the first person to tell me that it's a myth. See, this is a wonderful explanation of emotion. What you said, how decisions are made with emotions, and it is a wonderfully, probably nobody explained to me, or neither I knew. First of all, neither I knew. Okay, now I understand from you that negative emotion. Probably what you mean is are disturbed emotions or negative emotions should not take a decision. Probably that is what you mean, and that is what Chandra sir said, that when you raise your emotions, means positive emotions. Probably what you mean. Okay, so you are in a better position to take a right decision. Probably that's what I mean. So thank you so much. Maybe when I raised this question, I was thinking like I was not knowing whether I'm asking a right question or not, but I still had a doubt, so I thought I must raise it. Okay.
So a very simple thing: if you want to take a decision between which movie you want to go to,
yes, sir.
Right? You have choice. You use the data, several data. Ultimately, what drives you emotionally? Which actor you like? Which theater you? Which film you look, right? As simple as that.
No, thank you. Thank you. I think mostly I got my answer both from Chandra sir and from you. Thank you so much to both of you. One more thing, Chandra sir. I am lucky that I have been referred this particular Buddha foundation, the Quantum Foundation, by one of my friends, Santosh Mudliar, who forwarded this to me. Basically, that's how I joined this. So I sincerely thanks from my bottom of my heart to my friend who has put me into this. I have been last 11-12 days I have been enjoying this journey. So thanks to everybody. Thanks to your organizations like whether it is Pyramid Valley or this Buddha, whatever it is. Okay, the Quantum Foundation. That's a wonderful service to the society. I was so far only yoga and pranayams into it and doing that, but now I find this is much more beneficial or enjoyable than this is something beyond that. That's what I'm experiencing within a short period. I'm sure that people who have been doing for regularly for a long period must be an enjoying journey for me. So thanks to such dedicated people who run such organizations. Thanks to everyone who is involved in that. Thank
Wonderful.
you. Yeah.
Thank you, Shilpaji. We are very, very grateful to Santoshi. I don't say Santosh Mudliar.
Yeah.
Santoshi is started with Soul Trends in Bangalore, and he and Kalpana madam, every day they cook food and bring to Buddha Seva Foundation. I eat every day the food cooked by Kalpana madam, and then Santoshi brings to the foundation every day.
Sir, he is my very old friend, 40 years old friend. We were colleagues, friends, and have been associated so long. Okay, same organization we were working, and I am fortunate that I have a friend like him. And he was also always a holy person, even during our working days. Also, excellent couple, and they have been doing human services to the society. They have been doing in their own capacity. So hats off to them. But I am thankful to them. Through this forum, I would like to sincerely thank my friend.
Thank you. Thank you, all dear friends. We're at 8 o'clock, so we'll take leave for today. And we'll see you all at 6 o'clock tomorrow again, India time. And facilitators, we will do the introductions tomorrow. Right. Okay, have a wonderful day.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am.
Okay. So, very good boy.
Fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only when I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear spirit gently say, there is only love, there is only love.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
It's a love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only